As we begin, we would like to acknowledge that this service is being held by a community that gathers on the stolen traditional lands of the Massachusetts, Nipmuc, Pawtucket, and Wampanoag people. We pay respect to those indigenous peoples who lost their lives in the colonization of this land and recognize that these indigenous tribes are still today facing violations of sovereignty, territory, and water. We also give thanks for the earth we walk upon, the waters, the life-giving plants, and all the earth's creatures, as well as the winds, sun, moon, and stars. We recognize that this is just a first step in moving toward right relationship with Native peoples and healing of the earth. Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to First Parish Church of Stowe and Acton, a welcoming and spiritual community. My name is Jenni Edgerton, and I serve as your president on the Board of Trustees. Board of Trustees. If this is your first time with us, we welcome you. Please let us know you are here by filling out one of our visitor information cards in the pews and hand it to an usher, drop it in the plate, or hand it to Meg, our welcoming staff member. Where are you, Meg? There's Meg in the back. Our minister and staff are listed on the front of the order of service, and please feel free to ask me or any of these people for more information about the church and its programs after the service, or by email, or through the chat if you are online. If you would like a large print order of service or hymnal, or an assisted listening device, please ask our ushers. Our assisted listening devices are small radios, which anyone is welcome to use to listen to the service from another space in or around our building for any reason. After the service, please join us for coffee and conversation in our fellowship hall, which is one level down at the other end of the building, or in a breakout room if you're joining us online. I'd like to draw your attention to the announcements in our order of service, and also invite you to check out our webpage for more information. You can also sign up there for our newsletter and email alerts. And just a few announcements to draw your attention to. Today, weather permitting, we will have our ice cream social at Erickson's at 3 o'clock. If it storms, we will probably reschedule. Also, starting next week, our apple pie project begins, just like every year. It's a great chance to get involved in a little role or a large role, get to meet some new people, have some fun, and eat some delicious apple pies. We also have our yard sale coming up later this month, so check out the announcements on that if you want to contribute, participate, or come and buy things. And now I believe Meg has one more announcement.
Good morning. I am Meg Rivers-Wright, and I'm the parish administrator and coordinator of membership. So I come to you today with my membership hat on. And I want to tell you that I live in Maynard at the Oak Ridge condominiums. And this is a property that's across from the dog park and the solar park, almost across from the Rod and Gun Club on Waltham Street. And at the start of the pandemic in 2020, I had been living there for 15 years. And then we bought some dogs. 2, they were puppies. I was convinced by my kids. And over the next year and a half of quarantine, I walked those dogs all around the Oak Ridge. And I met more people who lived on the Oak Ridge in those 2 years than I had in the 15 years that I'd been living at Oak Ridge. And I made some great friends. And the dogs made some great dog friends. And so, these dogs being man's best friend or woman's best friend, they led me to friends. And so I ask you to think about the friends in your life, because our friends have this wonderful potential to lead us to new circles, to broaden our work circles, to broaden our neighborhood circles, to broaden our school circles and our church circles. When I was on my dog walks in those 2 years, at least 3 of the people I met and became friends with said to me at some point when they learned that I worked in a Unitarian church, "Oh, I used to go to a UU church. Maybe I should go back." One friend said, "You know, I'm not really a churchgoer, but every time I take a magazine quiz that matches me up with the best denomination, it always comes out to be UU Church." And so I'm going to ask at least one of those 3 people to join me at church, not next Sunday the 17th, but the Sunday after that on September 24th. It will be our open house, and it will be Bring a Friend to Church Day. So think about people in your life that you love and know well, or maybe you're just an acquaintance too, but maybe you've talked about church in the past and they mentioned, "Hey, maybe I should join you someday," or hey, what's that place like? Maybe there's one person, maybe there's a no, don't bring the dog. But maybe your dog or your cat led you to someone wonderful that you might invite to church on the 24th. You'll bring them to service, they'll sit with you, they'll join you at coffee hour afterwards. They don't have to stand up and say anything, they can just be there with you. And aren't our friends the best people to lead us to new things? So I hope that you'll consider this and bring some great new people just to share this important part of your life with them. Thank you. And now, let's do Greet Your Neighbor.
Hi, neighbors.
Good morning, everyone. Whoa, that's loud. Good morning. My name is Chris Hossfeld. I am your new music director. And I just wanted to give a brief introduction to our Introit today. I learned this song as an Appalachian folk song. You might have heard it in the film "O Brother, Where Art Thou?" It's a very memorable scene in that film. But in studying more about this song, I learned it more likely had its roots as an African-American spiritual. And you might have learned the words as I went down to the river to pray. Can you hear me? Okay, back. As down to the river to pray, but originally the words were I went down in the river to pray, which in the context of a spiritual which might be instructing people how to escape from slavery and a way to do it as safely as possible, to be in the river as opposed to next to the river is a significant piece of information, and also to look up at the starry crown as a way of finding where north is and finding your way. And so think about that and the power of the river for healing and the power of nature for guidance.
Starry crown, good Lord, show me Good morning. Our opening words are A New Year for Beloved Community by Debra Haffner. Happy New Year. Happy New Year for our beloved community. Happy New School Year. Happy New Year, Lashana Tova, to those of you from Jewish backgrounds as you celebrate Rosh Hashanah when it begins later this week. We gather together at the start of this new year as people of many ages, as people of many sexual orientations and gender identities, as people of many races and ethnicities, as people of many theologies and religious backgrounds, woven together in our love for this community, with our hopes and dreams and prayers for the year before us, with our hearts and minds and spirits ready to be touched by the year before us, with our hands and time and talents ready to be offered in the year before us. We gather together at the start of this new year with gratitude and love for those of us who have come before us, for those who stand here with us. May it be a good year. May it be a sweet year. Come, let us worship together. I've invited our new Director of Religious Education, Rayla Baldwin-Mattson, to light our chalice this morning.
Our chalice lighting words are by Janet Parsons. The flame of our chalice this morning is a symbol of the warmth and brightness of our connections. The flame lights our way back together again from our separate summer lives, and it lights our way forward into this new church year of promise and renewal.
And Chris is going to give us some instructions on how we're going to do our opening hymn. But first I want to say, if you didn't get one of these ribbons, you can get one from the ushers in the back. And adults, there's leftovers, because I made lots. So if you'd like one too, you can go get one at any time. These are for waving around. And particularly when we are singing about words that have to do with water, this is the river that we're going down into to pray today. And if we're talking about water, like if I'm going on too long too when I'm talking, and you can be like, Cindy. So you can wave them throughout the service. So please go ahead and have some. And kids, wave them around during our service today. Chris, tell us how we're going to do this.
Thanks, Cindy. This is a loud mic. I'm just not used to it. So we're going to sing this as a round, and I thought I'd let you know who's going to sing when. So we're nicely divided into 4 columns here. So over here, raise your hands, column number 1. All right. You guys, number 2. Then over here, number 3, and then number 4. Excellent. And so what we'll do is we'll sing it through twice together, and then we'll go into the round. And keep your eyes up on me. I'll bring you in each time, and I'll let you know when we're going to stop as well. So just, and keep, you know the words. So, all right, let's rise and body your spirit.
Hello again. We'll now see our covenant and affirmation. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
We have a lot of new faces in the room today, and a lot of our new faces are our staff members, because we have 4 staff members starting up with us this fall, and then also there's Meg, who has been with us less than a year, so that's kind of a 5th staff member starting up the fall, or her first fall with us. And so we wanted to have a special time of welcoming and introducing these staff members, introducing them to you, and then welcoming them, you all welcoming them into our community. So I'm going to invite you to pull out the insert in your order of service that is our commissioning, but first we're going to ask each of them to give a little introduction to you to get to know our staff today. So I'm going to invite forward Trevor and Chris and Rayla and Cindy and Meg, and we're each going to say a few words. First, Jenny, was there anything you wanted to add to that? Okay, so come on forward. And Chris has cleverly brought a microphone, so guess what that means, Chris? You start.
Hi, my name is Chris. I grew up next door in Concord, and I actually had been in this church as a little kid. My mom is a singer and gave recitals here. My husband and I live in Acton, 10 minutes away, and you will see him soon. He's starting teaching in Cambridge, and so he's preparing lesson plans right now. So he says hi.
Hello, I'm Trevor. Thanks for having me here. I've been playing for myriad churches over a decade. One of my favorite things to do, waking up early Sunday mornings and coming to church to play. I honestly love playing for you all, and I've already got some friends in this church, and I'm looking forward to making some new friends. I'm a piano teacher, my wife is a voice teacher, and we live in Pepperell, Massachusetts.
Hi, my name is Cindy Kegler. I'm the new youth coordinator here. I come to you with a UCC, UU background, and I was a middle school teacher before I had my daughter 4 years ago. So I'm living in Westford with my husband Ryan and my daughter Ada and our beloved cockapoo, Lucy.
I'm Rayla D. Baldwin-Mattson. I've been a religious professional for over a decade for UU congregations. I live just north of Hartford in Connecticut, so I have an hour-and-a-half commute here, but I'm happy to be here. I have 3 children. My son Bradshaw is 19, my daughter Kennedy is 16, and she'll be mortified that I'm going to point her out. And then my youngest daughter is Sage.
Thanks, Rayla. Hello again. I'm Meg Rivers-Wright, and I'm your parish administrator and membership coordinator. And let's see, I live in Maynard. You know that already. I have 2 dogs. You know that already. I have a lovely wife, and I have 2 teenage kids. And let's see, I come from a UU background as well. In Albany, New York, where I grew up. And I was a middle school teacher for 15 years and a personal trainer at some point, and also a stand-up comedian. And but this is the best job I've had. So thank you. Love to be here.
And now please turn to that insert in your order of service, and Jenni's going to lead us off in it.
We at the First Parish Church of Stowe and Acton welcome you into your new roles here in our community this morning. You have come here as working professionals, but we also invite you to worship, play, and grow among us. Ours is a free faith. We have no creeds, and I invite you to join with us in the religious search for meaning and purpose in life, informed by your individual beliefs and the traditions of Unitarian Universalism.
Thank you all for joining the staff of our church in these roles. This morning, I invite you to celebrate that commitment in worship today and in our other activities as your energies and interests call you. In this gathering, we lift up our voices in shared song, we bring ourselves before the holy in silence and in speech, we search together for meaning and truth in life, and we share the joys and sorrows of our lives with one another. Working here means being part of this gathered community and affecting and changing the future of our congregation by bringing yourself to it. If you will join us in this mission and work, please say, I will. I will. Will the congregation please rise and respond with the words printed in your order of service? We join with you and partner with you in the work of the congregation. We celebrate your joining us with open hands and hearts. As you join us, we once again renew our own commitment to this religious community. We are proud and happy to have you among us. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. I need a microphone. Thanks, Rayla. For the past few years when we've been in person, we've been beginning our year with what we call a blessing of the backpacks, or a blessing of the bags and backpacks. What it is a blessing for children and youth as they begin the beginning of their school year and the beginning of the religious education year in our congregation as well. So we're going to ask all the children and youth to come forward in a moment. And if you brought a bag or a backpack, bring that too. But if you didn't, that's okay because you get a tag anyway. And we'll bless the tags as well as the blessing of the backpacks and bags. So when you come up here, stay up here because we're going to say a little blessing and then give you your tokens and then you can go back to your seats. But you can sit on these pillows up here while you're up here if you want. You don't have to stand the whole time. So here are the words by Caitlin Cotter-Coilberg, adapted. Now is the moment when we bless the bags and backpacks of our children and youth. Some of them here, some of them not. The bags, that is. Also the children. Each of them unique, all of them welcome in this special place, just as each of us is unique in our gathered diversity is welcome here. We also have these little bag tags we've made for each person, for each child and youth in the room to receive one during this time. And we bless those as well. So don't fret if you forgot your bag again. You can still carry our blessing with you. So come on up now, kids. Pass that. This month we share our plate with the Concord Prison Outreach. This is an effort that many of our church members have been involved in to bring programs and advocacy into the Concord Prison to help prisoners with their lives and prepare them for reentry when they come out. For the good work of this program and the good work of this church, we invite you to give generously. Thank you.
I'm preparing to my heart all of those who have come before me, and together and be my guide, loving questions that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living in the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. When we get there, we'll discover all of the gifts we've been given to share. We'll live with us since life's beginning, and we never noticed they were there. We can balance at the brink of wisdom, never recognizing that we arrive. Loving spirits will live together. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living beneath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
Thank you, choir. Thank you, Chris and Trevor. The poet Philip Booth has a poem titled First Lesson about teaching his daughter to swim, which says this: "Lie back, daughter. Let your head be tipped back in the cup of my hand. Gently, and I will hold you. Spread your arms wide. Lie out on the stream and look high at the gulls. You will dive and swim soon enough where this tide water ebbs to the sea. As you float now, where I held you and let go, remember when fear cramps your heart what I told you. Lie gently and wide to the light-year stars. Lie back and the sea will hold you." On one level, this poem is just about giving swimming lessons to his daughter. But on another level, I hear it as a daughter of the universe, a daughter of the god or goddess, a daughter of faith. Lie back, lie gently and wide to the light-year stars. Lie back and the sea will hold you. What is the sea? The sea is the cosmos, the ocean the blue boat home travels on that we'll sing about in a bit. The sea is the life force which holds and sustains and connects us all. The sea is the blood that runs through each of our veins, the salty tears we shed and the sweat we shed, especially me when I'm preaching. The sea is the water that runs through each of us and across each continent and through each ocean and connects us all to this planet Earth, our blue boat that unites and sustains us all. Water of life. In my study of the English language as a graduate student before seminary, I learned that there are some words that are the most basic words, which carry a strong resemblance through all the languages in your language group. mother, father, sea. These are the basic words. Going across Europe, we see the sea in Bulgarian, more, Catalan, mar, Croatian, more, Czech, more, Estonian, Mary, Finnish, Mary, French, mare, German, mir, Italian, mare, Latin, mare, Luxembourgish, mir, Macedonian, more, Manx, muir, Monegasque, mar, Northern Sami, miara, Polish, mortse, Portuguese, mar, Romanian, mare. Romanian and Hungarian have so little in linguistic common, but yet these words are the same throughout Europe. Russian, more, Scots Gaelic, muir, Serbian, more, Slovak, more, Slovene, morje, Spanish, mar, Swedish, have, Ukrainian, more, Welsh, mori. Now this pattern changes when you get to other language trees in African and Asian and Native American languages, but the point is that the sea is such a vital and important part of our connection that this linguistic connection goes deep and wide like the sea itself. So lie back, daughters and sons and children of the universe all. Lie back in the loving arms of community. Lie back in the shared water that sustains and brings life to us all. Lie back, open to the universe, and know that it will hold you in its loving embrace. So Unitarian Universalists across the country often begin their year with what we call water communion or water ceremony. The forms are different, but the meaning is the same. In all the waters of the earth, we are connected. In some places, in many UU churches, it's a bringing together of waters from all over the world, the places that we've visited over the summer, and pouring those waters together in a common bowl. But here, in the past few years, we've been reimagining the water ritual, reshaping its form, but its meaning is the same. All the waters, all the things we encounter in our life, they are connected. The waters of sorrow, the waters of joy, the waters of here, the waters of far away, we're all connected in the great waters of the world. And so today, like we did last year, we're going to paint with water. On our altar and table over here are tablets and brushes, and I invite you to come forward during a time of joy or sorrow and share through the microphone your joy or sorrow, and then paint. Now, the next person can be talking while you're painting, and that's okay. That'll keep us moving, because the painting is not the point to see the art. The point of the painting is to blend your waters with the other waters. So you're just going to draw a simple pattern with water, just 2 or 3 lines, and they won't dry and erase immediately, which is, again, part of the point, because the next person will blend their waters with yours. We draw our joys and sorrows onto these common tablets, and the water we draw mixes with the waters of before and after, just as all the waters of the world connect with the common water that sustains us all. So as you share your joy or sorrow, I invite you to connect it to a body of water if you can. And you don't have to. But for example, I might say, I have the sorrow of my daughter leaving for school a week from tomorrow. So this is the waters of the Pacific Ocean, 3,000 miles away, where she'll be for the next year. That would be my sorrow. So that's an example of tying into water. And we're going to begin by singing verse 1, I've Got Peace Like a River, of hymn number 100, and then we'll share our waters of joy. There's water in there. We have in our community times of joy. The waters of joy and love are the rain puddle, the babbling brook, the joy of a fountain. I call forward the waters of joy. You're going to come forward and take one of the microphones up here, and then we'll take the joys from off-site as well. Joy of feeling well. Please rise now in body or in spirit and sing Joy Like a Fountain. We have in our community times of struggle, times of pain, times of sorrow. And the waters of sorrow are the struggle of the rapids, the waterfall, the tears like raindrops. I call forward the waters of sorrow to be shared in community. Please join in singing I've Got Tears Like the Raindrops as I draw one last symbol to symbolize all those joys and sorrows that are left unspoken. Brief moment for prayer or meditation by these words, The Strength of Water by Jamila Batchelder and Molly Hausch-Gordon. The strength of water takes on many, many forms, just as each of you has a unique and necessary strength that you bring into our community and to the work of love. Take a moment now to drop down into the deep wellspring of your own spirit and bathe yourself in the strength that is the groundwater of your person. Are you a roaring fall wearing rock away with sheer force of will? Are you a tiny drop of water in a crevice, breaking it open slowly? Are you buoyant like a great salt lake, practiced at holding others aloft? Are you tenacious like the mountain stream, finding your way down and around every obstacle you face? Are you still and calm like the pond at daybreak, offering radiant peace by your shores? Are you in touch with hidden depths, pulling from a vast well? Do you soothe like the steam rising from a cup of tea? Do you dissolve away stubborn muck like water left in a pot to soak? Do you soften and smooth the edges like a creeping fog? Do you clear away distraction like a cleansing rain? Do you roll with the ebb and flow like the ocean waves? Settle your mind upon the strength, the power that is yours. Draw that strength into your heart. Draw it up into your soul. As we have gathered together the many waters of this community, we need each of your power, each of your resilience, each of your love to make us whole. Blessed be, and amen. We close our service today with one of our favorite hymns, number 1064 in the Teal Hymnals, Blue Boat Home.
Standing
Couple of notes as we end our service. One is we will be using these ribbons again, so please return them as you leave. But if you are an adult who would like a bag or backpack blessing tag, feel free to take one. We have a lot up here. And this service has ended, but our work and our year and our joy together has just begun. Go in peace. Blessed be. Amen.